Hello everyone, BentlyK here. Welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today's video is a Hot Flash and Wrinkles makeup video, and we're going to be testing out the Hard Candy Tinted Moisturizer. It's called Sheerly Me, and I have the color 210, but this is a little dark, but I have tried it on the back of my hand and it's so sheer that I think it'll be fine. Anyways, let's get started. We're also going to be using that Wet n Wild one. These are both from that drugstore haul that I did that I haven't used yet. So we're going to be testing them both out. Oh, I have already done my pre-summer makeup, my pre-foundation, which I always refer to as the TikTok method because that's the first place that I saw it. So it is moisturizer. I use CeraVe. Then light dusting of powder. I use my IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. And then I use my Morphe spray to spray it. And so now we're ready for primer. I was just doing all that ahead of time to save time. Make the video shorter. So I'm using my Tarte base tape. Gosh, I don't know why I couldn't remember that. I use it all the time. And I'm going to go in with my tinted moisturizer, and I'm gonna shake it up. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I'm gonna. So anyways, you guys can see, I'll show you how dark it is. See, it's kind of dark, but it'll be fine, right? I hope that's enough because I put the lid on. See, it's dark, but it's not that much too dark. And I'm pretty sure it is called Sheerly Me, so I'm pretty sure it's going to sheer out a lot. Because see, you can't even tell it was on my hand now. So I am going to go in with a brush because, where is it? Oh, here it is. I know that a sponge would totally absorb it all. But I really, really love the Hard Candy, the regular foundation. So I thought, oh, this might be good too. Especially since I just tried that IT Cosmetics, the new CC cream. And I really felt like that one was super sheer. So I thought maybe this is a dupe for that, because even if it's sheer, that was a sheer. And I've seen several people that said it's their new holy grail, and I'm like, I don't get that. It was so sheer, it was like, what was the point? But maybe I'll try it again. Did I do the TikTok method on that one yet? I didn't know if I had switched over yet. Well, this one is very moisturizer-y, because that's what it looks like. It looks just really shiny. But we're going to powder it, so I don't care. But it doesn't seem to cover anything. I did get some color from it, but I don't really feel like it covers anything, because I have this red spot on my nose and I can still see it. Maybe once I powder it. I mean, it's so sheer, it's hard to tell for sure that it's blended. You know what I mean? Let's do our concealer so we can put on some powder. I'm just going to use my Pat McGrath because I like it. Now I'm going to go in with a sponge. Try to blend this out. Okay, I don't think I like this foundation. It's so like oily. My concealer is disappearing. It's not concealing. And I don't like not concealing. Well, this is like going to be a supernatural look foundation anyways. I think that's as good as it's going to get, so let's go in with our powder and see if we can degrease here. I'm just gonna, this is my Bye Bye Pores from IT Cosmetics. And if you guys are regulars here, you know that this is my ride or die. This is the product I would not give up. I would totally take this to Mars with me if I had to go. Now granted, if I could only take one product, I don't know if it would be this one, because, you know, it's like you don't really need powder if you got nothing else. But it is definitely my favorite product. We're just gonna powder everything. So I'm gonna go in with my powder brush now and grab a little bit more and just make sure we've degreased everywhere. I actually liked the color though once we got going, because I do need a tan. It looks okay now. It's still sheer, but it did do some smoothing and stuff. That's probably the powder, but you know, we're gonna give it, we're still gonna go with a yeah, it's okay now. So let's put on some contour. We're gonna use our Bobbi Brown. You guys are shocked, right? This is the Bobbi Brown bronzer in natural. And that is what we're gonna contour with. We're gonna contour and bronze, because it's basically the same thing. Just like that. Just gonna give it a little curve right there. Don't want to have such a sudden stop. We're going to give it some down here. Get rid of these jowls. Pull it down the neck just a little bit so that it doesn't look like a line on my jaw. Get some on the temples. A lot on the temples. And then just pull some a little bit across the forehead. And then we're going to grab a different brush and do the nose. And then I'm going to grab a dual fiber brush and tone it down a bit. All the way around. Always make sure you go all the way up into the hairline on your edges. All right, let's go in with some blush, which I don't think I need when I do bronzer, but I'm gonna put some. This is the Benefit Dallas. It's from Benefit. It's called Dallas, and it's kind of a bronzy plum with a little bit of, no, it's not. It doesn't have any shimmer. I started to say shimmer, but it looks pretty matte. So, and then we're gonna go in with a highlight, but first, I wanna make sure that's all blended nicely. And then I'm going to go in with my highlight. This is the Dandelion from Benefit. It's my favorite highlight because it's super finely milled, so it doesn't sink into my crow's feet right there. And then once I buff it out a little, it's just very subtle. See? Okay, now on to the eyes. For the eyes, we are using this new Wet n Wild palette. This is the Heart and Soul. That's what color this one is, Heart and Soul. So what are we gonna use? Something peachy. let's start with, I think we're going to start with this one here. And give the whole lid just a little dusting with this one. You see? Did you see what I was doing? Oops, I'm not in the camera. It's kind of got a lot of dust there. I know that's not sanitary, but I don't care. It's my palette and it's my germs, so I'm not going to share, and it's fine. And so that's what I'm going to do. Just put that over my whole lid just to make sure everything is set and I have a nice even palette for my other shadows. Okay, for our next color, I think we're going to go into, I don't know. I think we're going to go into this darker peachy one here. You see that one? And we're just going to grab some on this flat brush. It's not a flat brush, but it's a dense brush. And then we're just going to pull that up into the, why is this so low? On the outer half and into the crease as like a transition. Because I'm still going to put another color in there for the crease to lift my eye. So I'm going to pull this up pretty high. It's pretty. It doesn't have a lot of pigment. It seemed like the last palette had better pigment. This one I'm having to work a little for, which is not horrible. It's just I'm lazy and I don't want to. But I think this palette was like $5, so, you know, it's worth a little work to save the money. Oh. Okay, tons of fallout, but it seemed to brush away pretty good. So next, we're gonna go in. I think I'm gonna use that same brush. It's so dusty, I'm just gonna wipe it off on my towel down here. And I wanna go into this, it's the darkest one in the palette right here. And I'm just gonna grab some because I just really wanna lift that outer corner with it. It's pretty dark. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna try and pack it in this outer V here so that we can get some illusion of a non-droopy eye. See how that's just gonna pick that right up? And I'm just patting it on. And I start out really close to the lash line, and then after I've got some off, I go up up in the crease. Just like that. And can you see the difference in the lift that you get from the two eyes? This one without it and this one with it. We're not done with the eye either, so just keep that in mind. Now I'm just going to take this sponge and kind of clean up this corner. I may have to go back in with some concealer to get a nice sharp line there. Now we're going to go in with this one on the end. And I'm just going to put this on the inner half of my lid. Ooh, if you use this, you definitely need to wet it because there is just a ton of fallout. And now that I did that, I got rid of all the fallout, but I also got rid of everything. So I'm going to clean this off a little bit again. And I'm gonna grab some, and then I'm gonna spray this. So let's go in with our liner. We're just gonna do our Maybelline Tatoo Gel Liner. I love the shadows. I think that they're beautiful. There's a lot of fallout, but that's what you get with $5.98 or whatever it was, $5.90 something. So, you know. And fallout's not bad. You just got to know it's there, and as long as it brushes off, right? Okay, here we go. And I'm just going to put this close to my lash, as close as I can get it, and then I'm going to smudge it. And so, and to smudge it, I just use a flat brush, and I just go back and forth and push it down into the lashes. And then when I get to the outer corner, I just kind of pull up a little bit. Okay, we're done with the eyes, so let's make a quick dust off again. And we'll do the brows. I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Kit, and I'm going to use the center color. And this is my Equate dual-ended eyebrow brush. I'm going to spoolie them up, and then just go in and fill them in. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my Benefit Brow Gel and just add a little gel. Make sure they stay where I want them. We are down to the lips, and you know what we're going to use? We're going to use this City Lips in the color Pink Nude. I put this on my hand. It looked peach to me. You see, it kind of looks peach. We're going to use it because I've already picked it. I love this stuff because it plumps. It's a little sticky when you put it on, but then when it dries down, I love it. Okay, I thought it was actually going to be a little darker, but that's okay. I like it. Okay, that's it. What do you think? What do you think of these eyes? They're very orange, aren't they? They're pumpkin-y. No, actually they're kind of fall-y, huh? No, they're summer. This is summer orange, you know, like spray tans. Anyway, I'm gonna give this palette a thumbs up for the price. Granted, I love the colors. I think they're beautiful. Everything went on pretty good except the shimmers. The shimmers have too much fallout, but if you wet them, they're fine. Actually, you gotta be really careful though. I'm not very good at it when I wet them. I always wet them too much and then they get crackly, and it's like, you don't want that. So anyways, I saved it. It's not that bad. but be careful. Don't add too much spray. So I'm giving that a thumbs up. The foundation is looking really nice. If you want like a sheer tinted moisturizer, that's what it is. It's a tinted moisturizer, and I don't know where I put it. Where it is. It's a tinted moisturizer, so you're not going to get a lot of coverage, but I think it looks pretty good for a tinted moisturizer. For this was like $7.94, so good price. Works good. I mean, if you want to sheer, if you have great skin and don't need a foundation at all, but you just want to smooth things out, this will be great. If you want full coverage, this is not for you. And I don't believe it's buildable. It didn't seem like it. It seemed like it was just going to, here, I have some right there. I'll just see if it builds on my hand, because I don't think it does. I mean, it's a moisturizer, and it definitely looked like a moisturizer when I was putting it on. After I got it on and I looked at it, it was very, here, let me rub it in and see if it feels like it got any more coverage. Maybe it kind of does. I mean, my veins still show, but it does look a little, maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to say. I probably should have tried building it up on my face, but I didn't think of it then. Sorry, guys. All right, that's it. I am going to give them both a thumbs up because they were so affordable, and you can make them work. They're not as good as high-end stuff. They're not as easy to work with. How's that? They're not as easy to work with as the high-end stuff, but they're perfectly fine. So I'm giving both this one and this one a thumbs up for their affordability, and you can make them work. Just takes a little bit more. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for watching my videos, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah!